Hello, let's do Wordle for Tuesday, January 27th. Let's play. Yesterday we spun the wheel and it told us to start with Xylo yet again. I think we're going to learn something interesting though. All right, so we learned that not only is there not one L, but there's also not two L's. We also learned that there is one I, but not two I's. Sorry, Y's, not I's. I do think we ended Y. There's no L's, so it's not any of those LLY traps. Okay, so I want to think about a word ending in Y that's going to use like STRN. Obviously, I just guessed sternly. I do know that this word, I don't even know how to pronounce it, starry or something, is accepted. It's not the word you're thinking. Starry has two R's, like Starry Night. I'd prefer not to guess it because it's not going to be an answer. So there should be something better. Maybe like an RNY word. Corny. I think corny isn't bad. Sure. Wow, okay. So none of those letters. Getting rid of N also seems useful. I think probably an STY word then. Like pasty is probably good. All right, so it's probably an SSY word, or it could be SHY. Messy. Hope that I'm not trapping myself here. Okay, so I'm on to guess five already. That happened quickly. It could be SHY. Is there something else that could go there? SKY. Husky, like the dog, is very much possible. Is there another USKY? Dusky? Would dusky be a word? I'm not convinced. Husky, gusky. Oh, I hope I haven't just trapped myself. What about, let's continue with U. What about HY? We got rid of pushy. Gushy? Like, oh, you're very gushy over someone? Maybe. Hushy? Maybe. Okay, what about ISKY? I know risky is a word, but there's no R. Whiskey is WHISKY. Not the greatest day to start with Xylo, but whatever. If there's ever a good day to start with Xylo. What about IS? I looked at KY, right? What about ISHY? Dishy, fishy. So what have I thought of? Husky, fishy are kind of the two big ones, and unfortunately, they don't share anything in common. Husky and fishy. I think there's way more with you second. I think I'm gonna have to go with husky here. Oh shoot. So is it dusky? What would that mean? Like oh, it's getting dusky outside. Let's look at our options. What's going to be the most likely a word? Q no, W no, I no. We can't repeat the S. We tried double S. Not that Susky is a word. We could repeat the K, but I don't think Kusky is a word. Repeat the U, no. Repeat the Y. We're actually not allowed to repeat the Y because Xylo told us not two Ys. So I don't think we're repeating a letter. I don't think we're doing the I. Dusky is the current top option. Fusky. I mean, I know fussy, but not fusky. Gusky, Jusky, Zusky, Vusky, and Busky. Like I know busk to busk is to like you're playing music outside for tips, but I don't think busky would be a word. So do I go with dusky then? I think I have to. Okay, good. That was it. Wow. So I was right to go for husky here because I needed to know if the U was there or the K was there. I think that was definitely the way to go. I think dusky would have been just fine as well, but I didn't think dusky had as big a chance as being the answer. All right. Well, that was a nail biter. I'm glad I didn't lose. I've got my 183 streak going. All right. So first thing we're going to do is spin the wheel and see if it's Xylil again tomorrow. What will we be starting with? Not Xylil. It is Cabin, suggested by Vamos Cruceros. Cabin, kind of some mid-tier letters, the C and the B. Mid-tier vowel I. That is good. So that'll be an interesting start. Feels almost like a second guess rather than a first guess. All right. Well, let's do some analysis and see just how lucky I got there. The answer was Dusky. And we start with Xylil. So I do believe I have an analyzed Xylil in my downloads somewhere. So I'll reference that. But first we're going to go corny. So corny would have lost on a whole lot of words. Look at that list. Gamey, huggy, kitty, gusty, fusty, missy, dandy, mangy, kinky, punky. All right. I went pasty next. Pasty is in the list, actually. All right. Now, I actually do have a chance of not losing. If I go for mushy or musky. Oh, no, musky was not. Oh, I did messy, though. So did I get lucky with messy in the results? No. Now it's saying I can't guarantee a win. After messy. So messy wasn't a good guess. So after messy, we were down to bushy, dishy. I didn't think of dishy. Dusky. I didn't think of bushy either. Fishy, gushy, and husky. So the issue is there's not a good guess here that will tell the difference between both gushy and bushy and dusky and husky and dishy. And so husky. Okay, so I think the best guess would have been dusky. I mean, any of these are fine, but husky is actually worse. The reason husky is worse is it doesn't tell you about gushy. Actually, I don't. Husky was not a good guess. Bushy and dishy is a problem. What? Okay. Anyway, I went husky, and luckily, the only word left was dusky. I could have guessed busky. So busky would have been accepted. Luckily, I went with dusky instead. All right, I did get quite lucky in what the answer ended up being. I did try my best. So let me find the actual Xylil analysis. Here it is. So it says to go for traps. Oh no, sorry, this is if it's all gray. I don't think I have an analysis for the yellow Y. So never mind on that. We'll just go with its top here, tardy. And then dopey. And then it could get dusky right away. It might go dinky instead. And then ducky, dusky. It's saying it could lose, by the way. On divvy. Ooh, divvy is nasty. So it's basically saying I'm going to lose on divvy, but otherwise I'll win. Dizzy also. Yikes. So we go something like dishy. We're down to dusky. So it really depends on what we go for here for what it's going to get it in, but it's down to the wire for some of these. That's a 6. All right. Let's look at its suggested start of tails. All right. Shuck with that yellow S. It goes shuck. And then from here, we're only dusky or musky. So probably I would go musky dusky every time because I don't know what. Let me look up dusky. I probably should look that up. Darkish in color. Dim. Okay. A dated use is a euphemism or poetic reference to dark-skinned people. A dusky Moorish maiden. All right. So that's tails. Let's look at steel, which has the S somewhere else. It's going to go mocks. And it could get dusky in 3. Otherwise, it's going to go something like husky dusky. All right. Adieu, the most common starting word. We get the D. but we have to actually do a the yellow means that it's not on the answer list. So we're doing a non-answer, or we might lose on the ound trap. So it goes redub to avoid the ound trap having problems because it gets you both round and bound. And then we go dumps, which is another throwaway guess. And then we could go dusky. So we could get it in 4 or 5. So if we didn't go for these throwaways, if we went so if we went muddy, which is the first answer list word. Wait, what's wrong with redub? Oh, no, sorry. Redub is a filler because the E was already gray. So a non-filler answer, so redub is on the answer list, but non-filler answer is muddy. And then we go ducky and then dusky. So it's still a 4. All right, audio. We have the U in place. We're going to go ducts and then dusky, or we could go ducky and then dusky. Ducky, rubber ducky. All right, stare, another common starting word. We just had to get the S. We're going to go humps, and then we're going to go something like fussy and then dusky. All right. And then trace tries to get it in 2. It does not today. It goes flush minus dusky. It's in 4. Tough word. And place is what the official bot starts with. We're going to go with all gray. We're going to go snort. I think it goes reest or something like that. So snort and then mushy and then fussy and then dusky, something like that. Gussy, dusky, gussy. Wow. Let's look at reest. No, not reest. What does it do? I can't remember what it does with all gray. Is it one of these? Shorn? No. I don't remember. So we'll just keep this solve up. All right. Let's look at the official bot. I guess we'll find out in a second. Let's grab this screenshot. I'm very glad I didn't lose today. I think we're going to have a pretty high loss rate today. Like, this might be the worst in a while. We'll see, but it's trappy and a really uncommon word. Give me a 66 skill. It really hit in my guesses. I don't blame it. I think the official bot also had something similar. 4.4 is our average. All right. So what did people do from after Zylo? Story, party. Yeah, story is actually really good. I don't know why I thought of corny over all of these other ones. Party, stray. Here's that starry that I was talking about. Scary, ready, spray, rhyme, tardy. I think story, I should have gone with story, but I'm not sure how much it would have helped. It would have gone with tardy. Pasty, exactly what I would have picked, gets a 99. Messy gets a 0. Risky guess. From this point, we need some luck to solve the puzzle. Oof. So it would have preferred mushy here. Husky gave a 45. On average, guessing fishy here will minimize the expected number of turns. I don't think fishy is a good idea, is it? I don't know. Fishy, dusky, dishy, bushy, gushy. Yeah, okay. I think this is what the other bot was saying as well. But I did manage to get dusky, so I got lucky. All right. It goes place roust. I said reest. It was roust. Mushy, dusky. Okay. We've got a 0.2% cheater rate on dusky today. 1% solve rate on turn 2. That's very low. Sound is the most popular second guess. 15.4%, 52.9%, 84.2%, 97.2%. All right, so actually that's not so bad, at least in hard mode so far. People are losing on musky, busky, husky. Yeah, it's the usky trap. Dusty, ducky, rusky. Is that like Russian rusky? Dubby, tusky. All right, let's refresh and analyze in regular mode. It's going to be even lower. Oh, 62. Okay. Yeah, even lower skill score here. It's like, why wouldn't you do a filler? Okay, so stray is the most common follow-up from Xylil. Rainy, story, ready, teary, party, spray, prawn, darts. No one else did corny. Yeah, corny wasn't the best choice, was it? Pasty, messy, husky. It would have gone budge, just like get the letters, right? Do a filler on turn 5. Slate hokum. What the heck is hokum? So it's a filler and a weird word, and it gets dusky right away. That's pretty funny. All right, we have a 0.4% cheater rate for dusky on regular mode. Sound, again, the most popular second guess. 1.2%, 14.7%, 51.6%, 82.2%, 96.1%. Okay, so not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Musky, busky, husky, dusty, ducky. Same words. Cool. Well, how'd you do? And that's it for Wordle. If you'd like to watch the New York Times games, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.